This video is about more use trials of the Singing Tree Quickie and also about using JB Holdway's tubing trick. This is some of the gear that I've used. And a few of the techniques that will be demonstrated. It seems I almost always tie an Alpine Butterfly when setting a canopy anchor. I try to keep the eye as tight as possible, as it helps the Quickie maintain its orientation. It's important to orient it correctly and be sure that the pins are set. I'm using a modified Hitch Hiker and a small section of tubing on the friction hitch. My preference is a Petzl Secure for tending the device, as it is easy to adjust with one hand. I've noticed with the rubber tubing over the hitch that the hitch is much more consistent and sets easily. When I use a rope walker, specifically the SAKA, I like to take a couple of steps with just the foot ascender. Once I've reached a reasonable height, I'll check my system and then attach the SAKA and proceed up the rope in a walking fashion. Rope walkers are great because as you get closer to the trunk, you can release the climbing line and put your hands around the trunk of the tree and just walk up like you're going up a ladder. This is kind of gross, but it was a brand new climbing line straight out of the bag and it was a little bit slippery. Again, hands-free ascension on a rope walking system is fantastic. With my tending device, it also becomes suspenders or a third hand when I'm in the tree. Removing the SAKA and finding storage such as this is easy. I use a CT RollNLock on my harness for easy one-handed adjustment of my bridge. Keeping it tight on ascent gives me stability. When I get in the tree, I open it up for added movement and flexibility. I'll drop through this redirect, and at the end of the climb, we'll pull that out and see how it goes. I had some difficulty with the new climbing line giving me some twist on ascent and descent. Here I'm using a DMM swivel. It's the small swivel, which is easily used for tending. Okay, let's try some 3-to-1 and again see how well the hitch sets with that rubber tubing. One of the great things about the Hitch Hiker is there is so little setback. Most friction-based devices will have a considerable setback, but with this small piece of tubing and the compactness of the Hitch Hiker, it makes a 3-to-1 ascent feasible. Notice how little that hitch moves on ascent. Again, I'm pretty pleased with the way that rubber tubing makes the hitch perform on the Hitch Hiker. Even though this is a modified Hitch Hiker, that hitch still performs well. I'm using our Kong hand ascender, and if you take a little bit of the nub and grind it off, it's easy to attach and detach with one hand. Now I have not adjusted that hitch throughout this entire climb, and look how well it continues to set. It's reliable and predictable. Also, a thing I've noticed when I'm using the Petzl Secure as a tending device, it's not comfortable, but I can lean back and stay completely oriented. Once again, installing the SAKA is easy. Taking it off the line is just as easy. This was where the redirect went through that branch union. And using the Singing Tree Quickie, the redirect pulled easily. Thanks for watching.